The president says he's chipping away at the problems exposed at the VA. So how does he explain this? Two top officials at the Memphis VA will receive performance awards at a special ceremony despite being cited for incompetence. A 2014 audit found the facility had some of the longest wait times in the country, 49 days. So why are they being rewarded? U.S. Marine Corps veteran Dan Caldwell is the legislative director for Concerned Veterans for America, and he joins us this morning from Phoenix. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me on, Peter.
So, look, startling to look at it on the sheet. 13 employees going to get awards in Memphis. 2 of them have very spotty records. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, this is just a symptom of the VA's broken performance award and bonus system. This case is actually not very unusual. The VA has handed out hundreds of millions of dollars in bonuses over the past few years to its senior executives and middle-level managers, despite the fact you've had this massive disability claims backlog, these long patient wait times, and misconduct across the VA. And in fact, right here in Phoenix, Arizona, Sharon Hellman, the director of the Phoenix VA, where the VA waitlist scandal began, an administrative law judge actually said the VA had to give back her bonus. These performance awards and bonuses are actually part of civil service law, so in many cases, the VA feels kind of compelled that they have to give these things to these employees.
But this is happening as Politico reports that VA employees are still scared to blow the whistle on bad behavior. So what's really changed at the VA in the last year?
Not a whole lot. There's just been some superficial, very minor, marginal changes. There's been a lot of money poured into the system. They've hired a lot of new doctors, but a lot of the same core problems still remain at the VA, and we're starting to see more and more issues pop up with access to health care and patient wait times increasing, including here in Phoenix and Los Angeles and at other VA hospitals across the country as well. So bottom line, not a whole lot has changed, just a lot of nice, superficial plans put out by the Secretary of the VA, the President, but really at its core, not a whole lot has changed within the Department of Veterans Affairs.
And one last point, the White House said that the President's visit to the Phoenix VA, not far from where you are this week, was to shine a light on problems and let everybody know that he's still on it. But does a visit like that, is that going to stop these misplaced bonuses and awards?
No, absolutely not. To be clear, the president's visit here in Phoenix, Arizona was simply a political dog and pony show. It didn't accomplish anything. It was done by the White House and the president to get ahead of 2 months of really bad press for the VA, from everything from the secretary lying about a special forces service to these problems in the Toma VA in Wisconsin, the problems at the Indiana VA with the manager sending emails mocking veteran suicide. It was simply a dog and pony show, and the White House has been completely detached from the problems at the Department of Veterans Affairs.
All right, we will stay on it. Dan Caldwell in Phoenix, thank you.
Thank you for having me.